Uh, you ready to start?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. We'll go 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of DT's Week in Review. I'm Michael Cantu, opinions editor for the Daily Toreador.
I'm Jericho Rose, his opinions columnist for the Daily Toreador.
Jericho, you know what week this is?
What week is this?
This is homecoming week.
Oh!
The week when everybody comes home.
I never would have guessed that based on, the band blowing my eardrums out yesterday in the Commons.
What time did that start?
I don't know, but I was, I just, gotten up from my, little blackout. And, no big deal.
No big
Not
deal.
like I didn't have a headache or low blood sugar or, no liquids in my body.
Mm-hmm.
And,
So you're in a great mood.
And my ears started to ring, and then my head started to hurt, and I mean mugged the entire drum line to the point that I hope someone noticed and said, "Let's leave now." I like to think I'm the reason that they left.
You mean mug them.
I mean mug them. Yes.
To oblivion.
I
Good
made
job.
them I made an ugly face.
I'm gonna need you around here a lot more often now.
Okay.
If that's your secret power.
It is my secret
That's
power.
your superpower. This year's theme is Tales of Texas Tech, and not the rear ends, as in stories of. Which what do you do with that?
Well, seeing as it's not the, former of those two, I'm not too sure. I figured we could, discuss different masked rider, little soapsuds, or not soapsuds. What's the horse called? Fearless Champion.
Fearless Champion.
Yeah, Fearless Champion tales.
You went out of your way to make that joke.
Yeah, I really did. I could not remember the name of the dang horse. Honestly, half that was just extending the sentence there, so I could try and remember the name. I clearly couldn't.
You know what the key to a good comedy routine is? Timing. That was not good timing.
that was pretty bad timing.
Anyway, are you big in the homecoming celebrations? You did anything? Have you done anything this week that's worth a while? School spirit wise, at least.
I got pretty excited about a test I took yesterday.
Because afterwards your soul was going to die and you'd be able to come home.
Where's home?
It's in heaven with Jesus.
I thought it would be deep in the heart of Raider Land. That didn't work.
That's strike number 2, and we're not even 5 minutes in.
Damn.
Anyways, I don't get the whole thing. Apparently they have these big celebrations. They do the dance routines, and all the Greek people get to have fun, and everybody just watches.
They're fun.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't get it personally.
I don't understand the big what's its
the signs?
The signs.
Yeah, I don't.
I was gonna say plyboard cutouts, but signs.
Yeah,
signs.
Calls them as you see them, right? It's a lot of extra trouble that I wouldn't want to go through personally.
Who paints those?
The groups who are involved, I believe. Think like whatever.
Like all of them, or just one of them?
No, all of them. Like I believe each individual one gets their own board.
No, I'm talking about like in the group, the whole group.
I'm gonna guess all of them say they're going to do it, and then it's usually just one person. It's always that one person. It's like it's a big old group project, is what homecoming is.
I see.
Oh yeah, we'll all do it.
Get back to us. Tweet at us.
Except
I want to know who does these.
Yeah.
Take a picture with your work. Take some pride.
I think we already have a few pictures of their work.
Or don't. Take pride in your work. That's cool too.
I don't.
It shows.
Speaking of taking pride in their work, our dear Lord and Savior, President Donald Trump, is on a roll this week. What?
What has he done this week again?
What is he? What? Yes, this is part of the new game show. What has Donald done now?
Dun, 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 dun.
But talking on talking on military families. Apparently, he's been taken out of context when he said they knew what they were getting into when they went overseas to fight in Africa and were killed unexpectedly.
He said he straight up didn't say it a few days ago. He's like, tell that congresswoman to say it again.
Oh, so he didn't say it then. Now it was taken out of context.
Tell that congresswoman Donald's coming for her. And I'm bringing hell with me. Pretty much, man. This guy is a total trip. I just... Every passing week, it just gets more and more unbelievable.
It amazes me how, even in this comment, like, if there's one thing that even the most American, or however you see it, gets very pissed off about, it's about making fun of, I don't know, the military people, especially dead military people. As to why there's no, pitchforks and torches being brought to the White House right now, I don't understand it. Like, how can you forgive that much? Like, oh, sorry, your kid's dead, ma'am, but you know what? Probably deserved it.
It's important to remember that Donald is a loving Christian,
loving Christian,
loving Christian white family man,
loving Christian white family man, absolutely.
With a wife, and some kids, all of which may or may not belong to that wife.
A loving Christian white family man.
It's a beautiful family.
Absolutely.
Man built his
very
empire
wholesome
with his own 2 hands.
Absolutely.
And probably feet.
You know what? I would even suggest say, back-breaking work too.
Back-breaking work?
Back-breaking. He built that empire by himself. As a wholesome white.
You can see it in his eyes. Yeah, when the babies leave the factory, God stamps them with the gift, and Donald has the gift. You can see it. Oh God, what is happening to me?
What are you thinking though? Whenever you're just like, you have to be like, at the end of the conversation on the phone, and you're just like, well, I could let you go now, but let me just say one more thing and hope this flies, lady. You should have expected it. They deserved it. They had it coming.
Click.
What is wrong?
Click.
Who thinks that? Who says it? Well, I know who thinks it, but who says it aloud?
I mean, I don't know. People said, "Oh boy, we should hire a rich person to go into the White House. They can't be bought." And
they're right.
They are right.
They can't.
They also have so much money they can do whatever they want without fear of repercussion.
Oh,
even if he leaves on the worst of terms, I'm talking like a 2% like approval rating. He's still gonna have money at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's what frustrates me, even though I'm a non-biased source. The man, I don't know. I wish I had that type of confidence in my life. More so, I wish I had that type of money in my bank.
I'll take the money. I feel like that sort of confidence comes with the money.
I guess.
You just didn't have so much money that
whatever I do doesn't matter. You see a lot of ugly dudes walking around with that type of confidence. A lot of dumb, just wearing the shorts too short, the hair too long.
Maybe they don't know that the amount of money they have is not a significant one. I think it's definitely tied to the bank account.
Okay, I can see that.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 M's in my bank account. Oh boy. Oh
God.
Modern.
I had a big bank account drain this week.
Is that so?
Yes, I had to go to El Paso for a work trip. When I came back from El Paso at 2:30 in the morning on the Texas Tech campus, I saw that my friggin' truck had a dadgum boot at the end of it.
Oh.
At 2:30 in the morning. You know how much that costs to get off? It's not cheap. I was pissed.
Okay. So that happened to you then?
Yes, it did. I hate my life. I honest to God do. I can't win. There's no winning with me. There's just no winning.
No winning.
My goodness.
Maybe he should be a little bit more like Donald. He says he's always winning, apparently.
Maybe I should just get more money.
Maybe, you know.
Yeah, I'll just do more money. I'll get more Bitcoin.
Dude, yeah, let me tell you. Did I tell you I bought some?
You bought Bitcoin?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I bought me some Bitcoin. Last night, I was plus 30. Right now, I am plus 5. $5 I've made.
What did you do? How did you make that?
I bought it.
That doesn't seem like
I
fair
let it sit there.
Work and trade capitalism. That just seems like a whole bunch of
You know,
do I dare say it?
Gambling? Socialism? Oh. I'm not sure what word you were looking for there.
No, that's socialism.
It was socialism? Yeah. No. It's a
really isn't
commodity someone wants that I purchased and then they said, "Hey, can I have them?" And I said, "No." Like, oh boy, I'd really like the little coins you got in your hand there. Can I get one? No.
It's like kindergarten.
Exactly.
Can I have an M&M?
I'll give you 2 crayons. 5. 4. 5. I just explained capitalism.
You explained something, Jericho. I'm not quite positive it was
100% positive that was
indeed.
capitalism. I just explained there.
I still don't understand. I cannot wrap my head around that. You know what else I can't wrap around my head around? I heard the number like 7 billion the other day. And I was just thinking, because I had time to think.
That's a big number.
7 billion is a lot of money. It was in reference to dollars.
What could you do with 7 billion?
Pay off my parking tickets.
Yeah, that would be a good start.
And the future parking tickets.
Probably so.
What would I do with $7 billion?
I don't even know where I'd start.
I'd just become president.
Probably the house. Buy a nice house.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want a nice house. I want a house that I can walk around and not get lost in. I just want like 2 bedrooms.
Yeah, the idea is you get a really nice, small, but just for no reason, just overtly expensive house. Yeah. That's what the millennials are doing now.
These are granite countertops, granite floors, and granite
commodes.
The roof is made entirely of glass. I get it replaced every month.
Oh, God.
My shower curtain is made out of the same rubber they made the bat suit out of. In my garage, there is 4 Lamborghinis. I wreck one each week. Lambos.
That is the modern... That is the millennial millionaire right there. Just... No.
I have a barista in my kitchen as we speak. He's roasting me up an Americana.
Lord.
Gonna cut me a slice of pound cake. Have you seen they have a second Starbucks on the same street?
They're closing the other one, aren't
they? Are they? I have no idea.
I believe they are.
Nobody's telling me anything about it. I hear different things.
I like that other one.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't like the new one. It was a Jack in the Box.
It was. TBT to Jack in the Box. I was here in Lubbock when that was still a thing. The whole, 4 weeks. Were you still not a meat eater then?
No, I don't think I was in Lubbock.
No, well. You can't get angry.
Man, you're such a hipster, Michael.
How am I a hipster?
Don't say things Jack in the Box before it was closed.
I never went because,
I saw Jack in the Box before it was closed. Boy, just like you and everyone else in the town. I bet you think you're special just because you saw a Jack in the Box.
You done?
Jack in the Box. Yeah, I'm done.
Thank you. Well,
man, we've really gone off the rails here. What were we talking about?
Well, we were talking about somebody who went off the rails.
Oh.
The president.
Oh.
Now, somebody else who's gone off the rails completely. Here's a little update. The reason that we didn't do a recording of this last week was we had so much going on here at the Daily Toreador newsroom. Mind you, again, the Daily Toreador is publishes twice a week newspaper, but continually publishes online. And last Monday, we began publishing a series of stories that honestly just kind of really weren't that fun to work on. We had a shooting last Monday of a Texas Tech police officer, Floyd East Jr., whose funeral was Tuesday. Went to that. That was not went to a memorial service. That was not fun at all, for obvious reasons. But his accused shooter, Hollis Reed Daniels, he has about 14 names. Honestly, it's like Hollis, Alvin, James, Reed, something, Daniels. From Seguin, Texas. He's accused of shooting Officer East. And we've picked up a few search warrants on Mr. Daniels here in the newsroom that really lead to some interesting things, let me tell you. First off, he goes shooting off a .45 in his room on a Monday, because that's the thing that you do. They go search the room. They don't find a .45, but they do find Xanax, marijuana, and other tablets to which they still really don't know what they are. And they, at that moment, they can only arrest him on drug charges. Interesting question, though, about that, or interesting thing about that, though, that I really don't understand at the moment, is initially we were told, they're going in for a welfare check, and now we know that he's shooting off guns in his room. Not really much of a welfare check, more so of a, can you please stop this man from shooting a gun off in his room, please?
Yeah.
Makes you wonder if there's anything behind that. I doubt there is anything massive, but, yeah. So they find Xanax and marijuana, take him down to the Tech Police Department, allegedly shoots a man in the head, and runs away with his gun, and with the man who he accused of shooting's body camera, throws the gun in a ditch and tries to hide it, and breaks the body camera in half and throws that in 2 different places on the campus. They end up finding him eventually, obviously, but still, it's a whole bunch of just nastiness that... Ugh.
Yeah, it does not leave a pleasant feeling anywhere.
I mean, it's one thing to not really have respect for authoritative figures. A lot of people don't really have much respect for the police, and I get that. I get that you might not like them. But to the point where you may have the thought of murdering somebody.
Yeah.
This makes for interesting... That was pretty. Yeah. Makes for interesting storytelling. I mean, crashed on a bike, it's... I don't know. There's still a lot of details out there that we don't know yet, but what little we do have, you just kind of look at everything and you're like, what?
Yeah. I mean, it's just a really strange situation.
You know anything about Xanax?
I'm aware that it is a narcotic. But, dear God. This guy was my neighbor, probably.
Really?
That's just the weird...
You live in Talkington?
I live in Talkington.
Oh, you do, don't you?
Yeah, and Ryan as well.
Oh, yes,
Mr.
yeah.
Ryan Ortega.
Yeah, we know somebody else.
So, I mean...
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Were you there that night?
No, I was in the mechanical engineering building.
Closer
to where they found him.
Yeah, you were, weren't you?
Yeah.
How was that? What were you doing?
I was working on a project. I was in the zone, if you will.
Oh.
I got the notification.
So you did not have time to be messed with?
Yeah, I really didn't. I just locked the door and then,
kept doing your work.
Kept doing the work, yeah. But yeah, no, I think it's just slowly set in that, holy expletive, this just happened.
Yeah. It's weird to think about that. It's also weird to think,
Nothing really happens on Tech's campus.
Exactly, and then something like this happens.
It's always in the surrounding area or out in weird Lubbock, and it's never actually here.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, just
I mean, man,
yeah.
it's not worth joking about, and it's not. But Mike, what can you do? But just whoa. Hopefully, yeah. I don't know. I think also this kid's in for the long haul. I don't really see a way for him to get out.
I mean, it's over.
Yeah. 19 years old, and there's really two options that they can go with. A life without parole sentence or death. That's not a fun life to live. That's just a bad choice to make.
Yeah.
So, moral of the story is don't murder people.
Preferred.
it's a good way to live your life. Speaking of people who want to murder others, we're going to change the subject drastically. Our former fearless leader of the Texas Tech football team, Mike Leach, wants to start some sort of protest, a rally of some type. He was quoted...
Hashtag pay for Coach Leach.
He was quoted on October... What?
Oh,
no, sorry. So, I don't know when...
October 19th.
Was it? Yeah.
2017.
Okay.
At 5:19 p.m.
5:19 p.m. He put out a tweet
That's going to be local time.
that said, and I quote, "I led the Red Raiders to victory in 2009. Help me get justice from Texas Tech. This weekend, I want my supporters in Lubbock to rally for justice.
Strive for honor evermore."
See, because here on the Texas Tech campus, we want to dream no little dreams, Mike Leach. Dream no little dreams.
Well, you see, the problem is that, the Texas Tech system has been going out with their fat little girlfriends.
That's what maybe
they can swing their money like this.
Yep.
They can swing it like that. Or they can swing it like this.
Maybe that's what Cliff's problem is. He's hanging out with his fat little girlfriends too much.
Cliff has been hanging out with this fat little, I would assume, girlfriends. But he's not hanging out with the Mike Leaches of the world. He doesn't have a pirate sword. He's not weird. He doesn't ramble. He doesn't curse in interviews. He's just too polished. He had dirty Cliff up. Just like take him out to the farm or wherever it was Mike Leach that was raised out of.
I think he was raised with that cranky fellow from Sesame Street. The one who lived in the trash can?
Oscar?
Yeah, I think that was his dad.
Oh, okay.
See the resemblance? Both of them look like they live in a trash can.
On that note, Mr. Leach, if you're listening to this, we would really like you back.
I wouldn't.
I'm
not a fan of him.
What?
Nobody backstalk the Honorable Kent Hance like he does. Oh my goodness, I can't stand that. I like Kent, and every chance Leach gets, it's always something. Oh, Hans wanted me fired. Ooh, Hans wanted a less expensive contract. Ooh, Hans was the one who did this. Ooh, shut up. You're dumb. Maybe don't lock kids in closets and you won't get fired. That's good life advice too. Don't murder people and don't lock people in closets.
Generally so, yeah.
You can't.
I mean, it's debatable. The closet part. I mean, I would.
Oh no, obviously.
I'll lock some. Just like put some people in closets.
I'm just not a big fan. I think it's his definition is just living in the past. It's almost been 10 years. Like, what's your problem, guy?
Well,
you have a decent job somewhere else. You have a winning record. You're doing good. You're in the news a lot. But still, let me talk about my last job.
Could you imagine Mike Leach on this team, coaching it? We'd be.
Can you imagine what he could have done with Mahomes?
We would have gone to the Super Bowl. It's a new bowl that they're gonna make in like a bowl game. It's gonna be, it'll be better than the Rose Bowl, better than the Cotton Bowl, better than the Tostitos Bowl. better than the
better than
the
KFC
Goodyear,
KFC Sadness Bowl.
yeah, it's better than the KFC Sadness Bowl. Better than
Man.
the you know,
Sadness Bowl is probably
Sadness
what
Bowl.
we're headed for if we keep playing like we have been playing.
mm.
I can imagine. We got to the end of the third quarter. I thought to myself, "Hey, maybe Cliff knows what he's doing. Maybe he's going to give us another victory because we're supposed to win against West Virginia." And then no, he went in the bed, and then pooped right in it, and
Pooped in the bed.
smeared the poop all over the bed.
And he didn't bother sleeping in it.
Nope.
He just
He said, "Hey, honey."
he just made in the bed.
Yep.
And
He pooped the bed.
just hightailed it right out of the stadium. He's just like, not my problem.
Mm-hmm.
We made some
mistakes. Shut up. You've made a lot of mistakes.
Maybe like missing 4 freaking field goals. That's a place to start.
Mm-hmm.
I bet that's why he feels so vindicated. The fact that his kicker missed 4 field goals.
Well, I'm not the kicking coach, so they can't blame it on me.
Oh, look, the defense did good. I'll take credit for that.
Were we playing Iowa State this week?
Yeah, we better win that game.
Doubt it. Here's my prediction, and I said this on the Daily Toreador's Matador Express. First quarter, Tech will be up 7-0. At halftime, Tech will be up 14-0. Third quarter, Tech will be up 14-7. And then by the end of the fourth quarter, the score will be 35-14
Oh,
Iowa
wow.
State. What?
Wait. Iowa beat OU?
Yeah. They're going for an upset victory seed. Like, they're really making some head spin. They're widening
They
some folks'
also
eyes.
beat Kansas
No,
0
yeah.
to 45.
Yeah, it's not going to be a pretty sight, honestly. Like, they're doing really well. And I don't... Either we're very confident in the fact that we can reel from it, or B, they're still sad. And I think it's probably going to be B. So,
boy.
they'll lose.
This is
I'm calling it now. 35-14. Tech loses.
63-0. Then we'll have a riot for Leach to come back.
You
I'll be at the front.
Reddit. You know the Reddit fire Coach Kingsbury is just gonna like pop straight up to the top, even in places who don't play in the Big 12.
Yeah. You know, Mike Leach. Apparently, Mike Leach used to have a pirate in his office, like an actual pirate.
Doesn't surprise me. It sounds like something you make when you're extremely drunk, and well, a purchase that you get whenever you're really not on your rocker.
There it is. Yeah, let's see the. I just saw it.
Oh wow.
Oh
Well,
there it
there's
is.
him dressed
Yep,
as a
it's
pirate.
like a little
and there's
skull
There's
pirate.
him with the pirate.
That's in his Washington room. Man, sounds like something they allow in some sort of.
Here's something I'm curious about, Mike Leach. If there is a whole collection of hoodies, or it's just one that he has that he wears all the gosh darn time.
I feel like it's just one.
Boy,
Man, what is this man's obsession with pirates and
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech? Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he likes a good fight. Yeah, that's why he's always bashing Kent Hance. God, I hate that. I have a lot of respect for the man. I don't even know why.
For Mike Leach?
Kent.
I have a lot of respect for Mike.
What has Mike said that's inspirational? You know what Kent told me? He looked me straight in the eye and said, "Dream no little dreams, Michael." I said, "Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir."
Is that so?
Yes.
Some great Mike Leach quotes. Mike Leach quotes.
We'll give one Mike Leach quote and we'll call it a day. How about that? Pick your best one while you're on the internets.
It's kind of
I
like
heard
doing
only
surgery
English.
with a chainsaw instead of a scalpel. We had pieces and parts flying everywhere. It turned out in our favor. We've just got to clean up the next time around. What?
Well, I mean, it does not make sense. But you heard it here first, folks, on the Daily Toreador's Weekend Review. Well, I guess that's it. That's all. I sure hope you had a ball. We'll see you next week, hopefully.